My sister Sarah and her boyfriend David are well off and live in a massive house. My sister was happy to take me in, but her boyfriend, David, not so much, which I completely understand. I offered to pay rent, but my sister won't have any of it, so I do chores around the house and cook as often as my work schedule will let me. I never saw much of David anyway. He was often at the bar with his friends, working, or locked in his room playing video games. When we did see each other, he acted like I didn't exist. My son Roman was staying with his dad for a while as I was figuring things out, and I was worried about David's attitude once my son moved in with us. I talked to David and promised him that Roman would be respectful and well-behaved, but he was weird about it and shrugged me off. Then David met Roman. David is absolutely fascinated with my kid. His disposition changed so quickly that it gave me whiplash. Suddenly, he stopped locking himself in his room and decided to spend time with us, well, mostly my son. He helps Roman with his homework. He watches all of Roman's favorite shows so that they can talk about them together. He buys him food and gifts. My sister Sarah is over the moon. She's been telling me about how us moving in has been the best thing for their relationship because David is happier now. I thought it was sweet at first. But in the back of my head, something more nefarious could be happening. To paint a clearer picture, I've noted some other changes. I've noticed that I can't decide whether they're innocent. David texts my son often, which wouldn't be weird, except he does it at school. The texts aren't weird, but David lightly scolds him for not replying sometimes. Before my son moved in, David was rarely ever home during the afternoon/evenings. According to my sister, he'd stay out after work and drink with his buddies until late in the night, a habit he's had for years. Now, he's home all the time. He gets home before Roman gets off the bus, around 3:15 p.m. if he's not at practice, and stays home all day, even offering to babysit while I'm working through the evening. He still drinks, just in the house. Last Wednesday, I woke up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. To get to the bathroom, you have to pass by my son's room. I was surprised that the door was closed all the way since Roman always likes it open because his room gets hot at night. Also, he has been staying up late texting his friends lately, which has caused him to sleep through his alarm and miss the bus some days. So that night, I opened the door to let the air in and make sure he was asleep, and there was David, standing by Roman's bed. In the dark. He said he was looking for his cell phone, but I saw him jump with anxiety when I opened the door. He left quickly, muttering something about how it might be in the kitchen. Why would his phone be in my son's room? And why was the door closed? David offers to drive my son everywhere he needs to go. Only him. School, if he misses the bus, practice, his friends' houses. This is the same man who wouldn't lift a finger for me until my son moved in. It's been incredibly helpful since I'm not home often, but a part of me wonders if he's doing it for the wrong reasons. I caught David doing Roman's laundry, resulting in a few articles of clothing going missing. This one irritated me because I made my son do his own laundry. I asked him not to do this, but his excuse was that he was trying to save water. I don't know how to fight him since it's his house. I am terrified to bring this up to my sister. Am I reading into things too much? Am I silly for worrying that he might have ulterior motives? If I tell my sister and she gets angry, and nothing is going on, she'll kick us out, and we'll be homeless.